My name's Lesvia Maldonado. I just retired about a year and a half ago. I was chief deputy with the U.S. Marshals, and I was out in El Paso, Texas. So I just retired and came back home. I wasn't here when the hurricane hit. I happened to go visit my daughter to San Francisco. I was supposed to be coming back on the 26th, which was my birthday of September. And then all of a sudden the hurricane was coming. So I had my son that was still here in Puerto Rico, and we had been on the phone, and I'm just trying to coach him through things that he might need to do. But he works almost 24/7. He works a lot and didn't get to prepare. We're talking on the phone during the hurricane, and when it hit where he lives at, the winds were so strong and they blew the doors open, and he was like so scared. And I was like, just try to push the couch to the doors, and we just talked. As I'm talking, my hair is just standing up because you kind of like live on this again. And he's talking, and he's so scared. And so I couldn't get a flight back until the 1st of October. When I came back, I didn't bother to go to my house because my son was so shocked up. And we actually came straight to Levittown to check the home of my mother that was here. And I happened to run across my front door neighbor there, Hector Ramos, who his wife is a member of the Christian Church here in Toa Baja. And I told him that I had just got into town and that my son didn't prepare, so we didn't have any food or anything. And he told me, go to the church because my wife is working over there. And we went to the Christian Church, and Sasha had boxes by amount of family members of things, supplies, and I remember just hugging onto her. It was very shocking. And she gave me a box for me, and she gave me a box for my sister that we had not been able to contact her because she lives in Vega Baja, and it was uncommunicated because the water was covering the freeway in Vega Baja. So it took us about 10 days to be able to get a hold of her over there. But the first thing I gave to my sister was the box that Sasha gave me of food. And she didn't have anything at her house because she lost everything at her home. So 2 days later, I'm at my son's house, and my son tells me, Mom, there's a group of us that we want to start helping people because one of our friends, best friends, he lost everything in Isabela. And he works for the radio station, and he says he was reaching out to people to see who wants to meet with us and go out. And he says, Mom, we have to give a donation. And it wasn't about giving the donation, it's that you didn't have a place to go buy anything to help these people out. And all we had was that box that Sasha gave us. And he said, Mom, can we just pass this forward? So I went into the kitchen and I grabbed everything that we could. And we took Sasha's box, and we had a lot of little Ziplocs, and we just tried to make as many bags as we could. I remember we made 18 bags, a small thing, just about 3 items, probably a soap, a toothpaste, whatever we had. And we made that, and on that next Sunday, we all met in Dorado. And it was a huge group of people that came, everybody with water, whatever they had. And we went out to Isabela, and we started to help the community. And this was on the second Sunday after the hurricane. And to this day, we go out every Sunday, and we still help people. Sasha's church was helping people out here in the community of Toa Baja. And I invited her. And I really didn't expect her to come because she's so busy. She's with this church doing things up and down all the time. But for my surprise, I reached out to her and I said, such and such day we're going out. And for my surprise, Sasha was there. And not only she was there, she came with a truck full of food because her church donated, I don't know, some $300, $400. And she went out and she bought food and she packed it herself. And she was out there. And we went to Ponce that day. And she wasn't shy or anything. It was like she had been with us forever. And she went out there, she served food. It was a wonderful day. And after that day, Sasha has always, her and her husband and the church have been there helping us and our group. Our group is called Unidos Somos Más, and we go out every Sunday. After that, Sasha told me that they no longer were giving food, but they had just received a grant from your group, and they were helping people that did not get a chance for FEMA to help them, or FEMA, didn't, I really don't understand their process, but they weren't eligible for certain things, but that they knew there was people out there that needed, just basic stuff, a refrigerator, a stove. And so I happened to be with Irma, was in the car when Sasha was telling me these things, and I said, Sasha, she lost her refrigerator. And Irma was the first person that, that we helped of our small group. And after that, I met Anna, that has been great and inspiring for this whole group. And at least that I could remember, I mean, we have helped about probably 15 families that in big need. I mean, when we see these pictures, they don't have roofs, they have nothing. So we really didn't lose much compared to all these other people that have lost so much, After about 2 weeks of me being in Puerto Rico, I had not gone to my house because I was just so busy trying to do something, trying to give back. And when I went to my house, I mean, I had lost the roof of my house. I had water. I was like, Sasha, I didn't even realize all the damage that my home had, But it's okay, if we can give back a little bit of what we had, and of what God has given us through the years, it's just wonderful. And to this day, yesterday I reached out to our group and I said, somebody told me that they need a tarp for their house, that FEMA said they're going out and they haven't, and we need a tarp. And we have one guy that gets these tarps, and unfortunately he couldn't get one. But this other lady that had joined the group, not shortly, she said, you know what, I'll buy it. And yesterday she brought it to Irma's house. So tomorrow we're going to Patilla, to the southwest side of the island, and we're gonna give this tarp. And on top of that, that's the community we're gonna feed on Sunday out there. So it's been a blessing, and I say there's so many angels out there that through Facebook have learned about what we do, about what Sasha Groups does, and they reach out to see how we could help them, legitimate stuff. And if it's something that we can help, we're out there. And so we keep on going out every Sunday, and until we run out of people, I guess, or run out of supplies or something. But what we're never going to run out of is of hope. Hope to help the people, and hope that God's still there for us every day as day goes by, and hope that there'll be somewhere down that tunnel where there's light coming out, and Puerto Rico will get up again and raise again as a community. Well, I think it's going to affect a lot in all kinds of ways, because it's really hard for us to get up, to stand up and rise again, because Puerto Rico is in a socio-economical position really bad. We were like that before the hurricane hit. I can only hope and pray that Maria makes us strong so we can keep on moving forward. And even though there's a lot of political stuff going on that doesn't let Puerto Rico move forward, there's a lot of great people like your group, Sasha's group, and things like that that are saying, we're not going to let this turn us back or anything. We're going to keep on moving forward. So I think that if at least there's one person that say we can help Puerto Rico move forward, we have hopes. And we can't control the politics. We can't control other things, the financial status that Puerto Rico is. We can only try to do the best that we can do as human beings, and just keep on praying.